are all expected to pursue Kevin Durant in the offseason. We've already just decided he is moving, right, Lou? What do you think about these options? Does one stand out for you?
Honestly, the only one that stands out for me is probably going to be maybe the Spurs, maybe the Heat. Like I could see the Spurs where you can play alongside Wemby, where they can create some real matchup problems, and Wemby is going to be the guy that's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting on the defensive end. Also, the Heat needs a scoring punch. They need to pair somebody up with Tyler Hero to kind of get them over the hump. But although the other teams, Lakers, Mavs, I can't really see that working out. But I like the Spurs and the Heat.
Okay.
It's interesting because I like the Lakers and the Mavs. I think at this point of his career, he just wants to win, right? And I think right now with a healthy Luka and LeBron, again, it's a big ask because LeBron's going to be 41. But then a healthy AD and Kyrie, I think that makes more sense. Obviously, the Spurs are really enticing. They're on the rise in the future. We don't know how much longer Kevin Durant is going to play. And that would be so much fun to see KD and Wemby on the court this time. The Heat, I just feel like that after everything that's happened with them and KD and him, I don't know if that's what he wants at this point of his career. I think he wants to win, and I think next year and the best chance of winning are the Lakers and the Mavs.
My position is no more super teams for KD. No more.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I was thinking. If he goes to the Lakers, doesn't that just reek of facing something?
no more supers. Like go somewhere where
Spurs aren't a super.
They're up and coming. You got some young stars that can do their thing, and you can add to that. You can be the OG. You can be the vet. You can be the guy that they're gonna throw the ball to when they need a bucket for sure. But let these young guys do the heavy lifting. You go to San Antonio. It's going to be the Wemby and De'Aaron Fox show, and KD, you'll be there, and you'll be that. I'm not going to say Kevin Durant is going to be a third option, but you can allow these young guys to be the focal point of what they're building, and you can go out there and be yourself. With the Lakers, with the Mavs, it's going to be the same old narrative. It's going to be the same conversations, the same critiques and criticisms every time they lose a game or they don't go on a run that we expect them to go on. It's going to be the end of the world. You don't want to end your career like that. You don't want to spend your last years like that. Go with some young, fresh energy and build from there.
Michelle, let me ask you a question. Would you want Kevin Durant on the Spurs next year?
I would. I just love Kevin Durant. And I do think there's fire there, and he's still amazing to watch. Also, the lankiest team in the history of the NBA. Can you imagine Wemby and Durant there's no body fat anywhere to be found on that court. Let's go.
The original unicorn and the new unicorn together.
I would like it. I like him. And so for me, I think fans would be all in on that. If he just wants to go and score a bunch, we're here for that.
I'm just picturing them playing like a 2-3 zone defense, and KD
they might as well go get Bo too.
Oh my God, zero body fat. It's just almost a deficit, really. I'm interested in what you guys think about what Cam Thomas had to say, because he was asked about what's after they won that 2020 title, Lou, because he called LeBron a name that you can't say on TV. Are you buying that?
No, I'm not buying that. I saw the clip of those guys talking on the pod, and I think Mario Chalmers was serious. We saw that blow up on TV in the huddle. So he was serious. It's hard to get kicked off a team when you win a championship and you're a free agent and they just don't bring you back. I think Dwight was just being funny, adding on to the story when he said this. But no, how can you get kicked off a team when you're a free agent and y'all win a championship? You're just not coming back. That's not being kicked off of a team. But I also saw, like I said, I saw the context of it. I think he said it in jest as a joke to be funny. I thought Mario Chalmers was being dead serious because we saw that play out. Yeah, we saw that play out, but I don't think that's the reason that the Lakers didn't bring him back.
I love it. I just love it anyways. Chandler, why are you just laughing? What name could it be? Let's just think if it was.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of so many names, and I'm thinking LeBron did leave because Pat Riley took his cookies, so maybe it is true. I don't know, but it all seems petty, and I'm not buying it if that's the question, but it's funny. I didn't see the clip though either, so I don't know how.
And you can't get fired if you're not employed. Is basically the gist of what Lou's saying.
You can't fire me. I quit.
Get fired on your day off.
It's like, oops, the worst. Carmelo, we're going to stay on the LeBron thing for a second here. Carmelo Anthony said that he's never seen him as happy as he's been looking these days playing the game. Obviously, he's hurt at the moment, but when he was out there with Luka, that was a happiness, Chandler, that he had not seen before. Do you agree?
I mean, he looks pretty happy in his, early on in his career winning championship. He looked very happy winning the championship Lakers already. But listen, he's healthy. He's playing at an unbelievable level. Let's not forget that his son is living out his dream on the bench, watching him do this at such an elite age and production level. So then you add a Luka that kind of can relieve the pressure.
Wait, did you just say his kid's living out his dream on the bench watching his dad play basketball?
I'm just saying, like that was the whole idea, right? To keep playing. No, I mean that wasn't even a knock. I'm saying his whole dream was to play with his son. He's doing that this year. How is he not stoked? And they're winning, and they get Luka, and he's playing like dude's 5th or 6th in MVP voting right now, and literally going to work every day with his son. Like he should be as happy as he ever had. And their team is very good, and they're contenders. So yeah, I agree. Listen, he's had such a hell of a career with everything he's accomplished, but right now he should be stoked.
And I think he's just at peace, right? Like you're 40 years old, you're in your 21st season. We don't really have we have an expectation level because it's LeBron James, but if they don't win a championship, it's not going to be the end of the world, and people aren't going to be super critical of the Los Angeles Lakers. They've put themselves in a pretty good position to be respected, but that's not how this conversation started, and that's not where we are when it comes to LeBron James and his brand at this point in his career. Like, we're just enjoying seeing him break records night in and night out and making history night in and night out, but we don't have them touted as a championship team. Everything that they're doing is great, and it's great for the Los Angeles Lakers, but we didn't start this team saying it's championship or bust or any of these expectations. So at this point in his career, like, it's solidified who LeBron James is. The only time that we have a LeBron James debate, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan is involved in that conversation. So when you get to that place in your superstardom and in your brand and what you've been able to accomplish, you can be at peace because you have nothing left to prove to anybody or put stats on the board to make people put you in a certain category of conversation that you're already in.
Also, I would have to imagine in his mind, he's like, ooh, a possible extension of a year or two based on what they look like now versus maybe how they started the season. How could you not be happy at that? Dan Levitar.
Hello, xin chào tất cả mọi người. Hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn mọi người làm một chú cá màu xanh nha. Mọi người cùng bắt tay vào làm với mình nha. Đây là những dụng cụ mình đã chuẩn bị để mình làm nhé mọi người. Mình đã chuẩn bị một cây bút xóa. Tiếp theo là mình đã chuẩn bị một cây bút màu đỏ nha mọi người. Tiếp đến là một cây bút màu đen và là một chiếc kéo nha. Mọi người cùng bắt tay vào làm với mình nha. Đầu tiên là mình sẽ gập chéo tờ giấy lại. Tiếp theo là mình sẽ dùng kéo để mình cắt nha. Vậy là mình đã được một hình như này rồi nha. Tiếp theo là mình sẽ gấp lên